A very warm welcome to the Daily Crypto Vision, Jan Robert Schut of Crypto Academy. Yeah, today we see a very nice recovery of the crypto markets. Bitcoin is steadily growing and rising towards $6,500. It is up today 3.5%, where the Ethereum price is a little bit into the slipstream, 3% higher, XRP 0.6% higher. BTC dominance around 66%, and the total market cap of the cryptos is now about $177 billion. It was news about a call to report carbon emissions amid the coronavirus pandemic, and that is quite interesting that JP Morgan Chase, the first American bank, is to create and successfully test a digital coin representing a fiat currency, also provided the most fossil fuel financing out of any bank in the world. According to a 2019 report titled Banking on Climate Change, the bank recently joined a chorus of other financial institutions and endowments that have declared that they will, going forward, be reluctant to provide funding to the fossil fuel industry, which energizes emerging digital technologies and companies, in order to mitigate the effects of climate change. In a hard-hitting report released to clients on the same day as WHO published on its 32nd coronavirus update, economists at JP Morgan Chase warned that human life as we know it could be threatened by climate change. Well, it's a no-brainer, of course, and without action being taken there could be catastrophic outcomes. And carbon pollution defies national borders and is inescapable. The true cost of climate change is felt when it penetrates deep into our respiratory and circulatory systems and damages our lungs. Effects of climate change: there needs to be a global tax on carbon, the report added. This stance echoes that of the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, the OECD, which has said that greater reliance on environmental taxation is needed to strengthen global efforts to tackle the principal source of both greenhouse gas emissions and air pollution, particularly since society is now witnessing the implementation of digital currencies, artificial intelligence, and blockchain technology worldwide. And these digital technologies require very high consumptions of electricity, which is currently produced with coal and fossil fuels that have adverse environmental impacts. Environmental tax is used as an economic instrument to address environment problems by taxing activities that burden the environment, like a direct carbon tax, or by providing incentives to lessen environmental burdens and preserve environmental activities, like tax credits or subsidies. It's used as a part of market-based climate policy that was pioneered in the United States, which also includes cap and trade programs that attempt to limit emissions by putting a cap and price on them. Environmental taxes are designed to internalize environmental costs and provide economic incentives for people and businesses to promote ecologically sustainable activities such as reducing carbon emissions, promoting green growth, and fighting climate change through innovation. And some governments make use of them to integrate climate and environmental costs into prices to reduce excessive emissions, while also raising revenue to fund vital government services. And the top 6 global carbon emitters are China, US, European Union, India, Russia, and Japan. The tax on carbon emissions and subsidies for fossil fuels are as follows. And this is a nice picture. Here you can see it below as a picture as well. And they have carbon tax on emissions, $1.4 trillion. That was for China. Only $649 billion in the United States. European Union also meager $289 billion. So that's and Japan finally. Japan has not participated in the G20 fossil fuel subsidy peer reviews process. And according to the OECD, outside of road transport, 81% of carbon emissions are untaxed, and tax rates are below the low-end estimates of climate cost for 97% of emissions. Coal, which is characterized by high levels of harmful emission, accounts for almost half of carbon emissions from energy use in the 42 countries examined by the OECD, is taxed at the lowest rates or goes untaxed. and only 40% of the 197 governments that have signed on the first legally binding climate change agreement, the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change 2015 Paris Agreement, have adopted some sort of price on hydrocarbons either through direct taxes on fossil fuels or through cap and trade programs. So that means that a lot of work has to be done. Finally, I would like to conclude with a trade or with a chart of Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin. This is a Monero, actually. This is a crypto trade of the week. The Bitcoin, actually, we see here that is hovering around 6,400 more or less. That is the green one, and this is the daily chart. Still, there is a sell signal on the daily trading navigator. However, on the 4-hourly basis, there is slightly improvement, and we are heading towards the 6,700 or 800, even 7,000 could be on the table. From now on, I would like to wish you a very pleasant evening. Hasta la vista. Ciao.